Title: The Night the Lights Went Out and So Did My Will to Live. Opening scene: soft, melancholic piano music plays. The camera pans over a misty forest. A young woman's voice, soft, trembling, yet dripping with the venom of 1,000 disappointed Yelp reviews, begins to speak. Me dramatic sigh: oh my god, you guys, buckle up because I am about to tell you the worst story of my entire existence. And trust me, I've had some bad once, like the time I ordered avocado toast, and it came with 1 slice of avocado. But this was next level. So, Pousada Suia Mineira Garden, Monte Verde sounds dreamy, right? Like a Swiss chalet nestled in the mountains where happy little birds sing and the air smells like chocolate and actual joy. Wrong. Let me paint you a picture in excruciating detail because someone has to warn you before you make the same catastrophic mistake I did. Chapter 1: The Great Electricity Heist, or How I Learned to Freeze Like a Victorian Orphan. So there I was, excited, you know. It was my birthday, a sacred day. A day that deserves warmth, light, and basic human decency. But no. The second I walked into my room, the universe said, LOL, suffer. The power went out, not like a cute little flicker. No, a full-blown blackout, and not just for like 5 minutes. Oh no, we were talking hours. In the freezing cold, because as the very helpful staff informed me with the enthusiasm of a wet sock, oh yeah, the wires here are bad when it's windy. Teehee, let me explain why this is unforgivable. 1. No generator. In what dimension is it acceptable for a paid lodging to not have a backup plan for electricity? This isn't T1823. We have technology. 2. No gas heating. So not only was it dark, but it was cold. Like I can see my breath and also my soul leaving my body cold. 3. Their solution: not our problem. Literal quote: they blamed the city's power company. Ma'am, if I order a pizza and it arrives cold, I don't yell at the oven, I yell at you. And the worst part, the water was ice cold too. So not only was I sitting in the dark like a haunted doll, but I also couldn't even shower to warm up. Psychological damage level: severe. Chapter 2: The Room of Broken Dreams and also broken plumbing. Okay, so eventually they graciously offered to move me to their other location. Wow, how generous. Except plot twist, the new room was worse. No windows, so now I am in a literal box like a forgotten Amazon package, next to the reception, meaning I got to enjoy the symphony of people checking in all night, so relaxing. Bathroom light broken, because why wouldn't I want to shower in the dark like some kind of gothic horror protagonist? And then at 7:30 a.m., the cleaning lady decided to recreate world.
The businesses surrounding Pousada Suia Mineira Garden, Monte Verde, they present a rather disheartening picture. A pervasive sense of disappointment hangs over the area, a feeling that potential is consistently squandered and promises consistently broken. It's not a vibrant hub of delightful experiences, but more like a collection of opportunities for mild frustration, and in some cases, genuine upset. It's a landscape where the customer often feels less like a valued guest and more like an obstacle. Let's begin with Shopping Celeiro. This isn't a place built for enjoyment, it seems. Businesses in this area generally appear to prioritize indifference, a disregard for basic comfort, and a particular disdain for those who might require assistance, or, heaven forbid, accessibility. The reviews paint a picture of a space actively unwelcoming to the elderly, plagued by noise, and frankly, empty of any compelling reason to spend your time or money. One reviewer specifically noted the absence of the famed Monte Verde squirrels. A detail perhaps, but indicative of a larger failing: the inability to deliver even the simplest of expected pleasures. There's a sense that effort is minimal, and the result is a dreary, inaccessible space. The reviews mentioning emptiness aren't exaggerations, it sounds like a place where enthusiasm goes to die. They mention a restaurant looking macabre, a strong word, but one that sticks with you. One can only imagine the silence within, the forgotten tables, the looming sense of regret. Moving on to Provence Cottage Bistr. Oh, Provence. The stories here, they're not just about bad food, they are about a profound lack of basic respect. Restaurants in this area seem to operate under the delusion that artistry justifies incompetence, or that rudeness is somehow synonymous with sophistication. This establishment appears to be a minefield of potential disasters, from perpetually cold dishes, dismissed with a haughty wave of the hand as high French cuisine, to alarming structural issues with the building itself. Apparently, fireplaces shooting embers are considered a charming quirk, and accusations of cigarette burns when no cigarettes were even present are met with a crisis. It's not just a restaurant, it's a psychological experiment. The reports of bookings being lost, of customers being treated with open disdain, are chilling. A chef recommending a fast food restaurant when a diner complains about a cold meal. It's almost performative in its lack of care. It's a place where you don't just pay for a meal, you pay for the privilege of being insulted. It seems their customer service operates on the principle that if the client isn't happy, it's their problem, not the restaurant's. Then there's IceBar Monte Verde. The allure of an ice bar is understandable, the promise of a novel, chilly escape. But these establishments collectively seem to specialize in offering very little for a substantial price. It's a recurring theme: exorbitant entry fees for a minuscule, underwhelming experience. A mere 30 minutes within a cramped, poorly maintained space, accompanied by lukewarm drinks served in plastic cups and a questionable level of hygiene. The description of the provided coats being dirty and used by everyone sends a shiver down the spine. It isn't a refreshing experience, it's a hasty, overpriced, and potentially unsanitary one. They claim it's a bar, however it sounds more like a cleverly disguised tourist trap, preying on a desire for something unique while delivering only disappointment. The complaint about being ill after visiting. A disturbing thought, and perhaps a warning that the cold isn't the only risk. Finally, Villa Donna Bistro. The illusion of elegance. Restaurants in this area, it seems, are masters of creating a sophisticated facade while delivering deeply flawed food and atrocious service.
The complaints here aren't just about long waits, although those are plentiful. They're about a level of arrogance that borders on hostile. A menu laden with caveats, warning you that they might charge extra for even the slightest alteration, and then disclaiming any responsibility for the actual taste of the food. It's breathtaking. The food itself sounds inconsistent at best and actively unpleasant at worst. A risotto with a suspiciously tough meat, a lasagna swimming in liquid, and a general sense of overpriced mediocrity, and the stories of being openly insulted by the staff. The chef's dismissive attitude are deeply concerning. The mention of finding a larva in a dish, well, that's beyond concerning. That's a betrayal of basic trust. It's a place where you pay a premium to be treated as an inconvenience and to potentially consume something questionable. What does all of this mean for the traveler venturing near P?
Okay, so I was looking into things happening around Pousada Suia Mineira Garden, Monte Verde, you know. It's supposed to be this nice, peaceful place, but well, it's not always like that. Businesses here, they seem charming, all cozy storefronts and friendly faces, but some they use that. They really do. Like, a lot of the trouble isn't about someone breaking into a place, it's more about them tricking you, which is even worse, don't you think? There were stories about these fake listings, but not for hotels, thankfully. It was more like, a shop might look like a tour agency with a nice sign and everything offering really cheap excursions, but then you pay and poof, gone. I heard about this group visiting near Pousada Suia Mineira Garden maybe last year. They found a shop advertising these amazing chocolate making classes for tourists, a really good price, right? They paid up front, super excited, but the shop just wasn't there the next day, just an empty storefront. They probably went to the police, but honestly, those guys are swamped. They probably filed a report and then just felt completely helpless. And the people who ran that shop, they probably just moved on to a different storefront doing the same thing. Honestly, it's disgusting how they just keep doing this. Then there are shops near the garden, they acted like official ticket sellers. They get you all excited about a show or a park, take your money, and sell you a fake ticket. Oh, it makes me so mad. Like, you're on vacation, you want to have fun, and some jerk ruins it like that. I bet those people cried, you know, their whole vacation just ruined, just a waste of money and time. They probably had to spend the rest of their trip dealing with the bank and the police instead of enjoying Monte Verde. The scammers, I imagine, just laughed all the way to the bank. It's just so unfair. It kind of makes you not want to leave Pousada Suia Mineira Garden, doesn't it? Like, stay inside the gate, it's safer. But you want to see things, experience the area, and people take advantage of that. I feel so bad for the people who got scammed. It's just despicable. And it's probably still happening, you know, they probably find new ways to trick people all the time.